Gating soon on ITV.
Hey! Want £5 free credit to stream the latest movies and TV shows? Blinkbox to the rescue! Go to blinkbox.com today!
Choose something special from Iceland's luxury party range. New sweet and sour butterfly king prawns. Delicious new mini garlic chicken and pepper twists. Mini duck pyramids and pancakes with a hoisin dip. And crisp after dinner ice cream mints. Pure luxury from Iceland.
This new year,
You ever think what it might have been like if I hadn't screwed it all up?
All the time, I wonder.
comes the must-see comedy
You got a girlfriend?
No.
I need to fix you up then.
that you never expected.
I'm either too early or I'm too late. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to be too late again.
That's a couple that can really talk.
I don't think he's the groom.
Playing for keeps in cinemas January 1st.
In the Dream sale, there's 60% off hundreds of beds. And now there's spectacular additional savings. There's an extra £60 off our sale price on this Dreams divan, now just £129. And this wooden bedstead now has £500 off the original price, only £249. With up to 3 years free credit on everything, your dream bedroom is even more affordable. Doors open 9 a.m. Boxing Day. Save 60% plus spectacular additional savings. Only at Dreams.
Harvey's 8-day sale starts Boxing Day 9 a.m. with extra special offers this Boxing Day. This sumptuous Bel Air 3-seater recliner is just $299. And this Kachina dining table and 4 chairs is an incredible $249. Don't forget these extra special offers start Boxing Day 9 a.m. And now everything's available on 4 years interest-free credit and no deposit. Like this luxurious Senator, yours for an amazing $999. Harvey's, giving you more for less.
Looks like he wants Cavonia Double Impact Lozenges with a warming flavour and a powerful menthol vapour. Cavonia Lozenges, now and sugar-free.
We're rolling out the red carpet at Aldis and inviting everyone to our premiere sale. You'll find amazing savings of up to 60% off throughout the store. Everything's reduced with up to 60% off all sofas and chairs, all dining furniture and beds, and all homewares, including all carpets and curtains, bed linen, tableware, cookware, and much more. Hurry to the premiere sale, now on at Aldis in Fakenham and Norwich. It's your ticket to unmissable savings. Don't miss out.
The Bennett's Big B sale is back with fantastic savings on top brands. Take this 51-inch 3D plasma smart TV from Samsung with Freeview HD, now only $599. Or this LG 5.1 home cinema system with 3D Blu-ray player for less than half price, just $299. We can even deliver same day with our same-day express delivery. Don't forget our price promise, we'll beat any local price. For these and more great savings, hurry down to your nearest branch or click and collect at bennettsonline.co.uk.
Seeing double? That's because SCS, the UK's biggest sofa carpet specialist, are having a double discount sale. With double discounts on sofas like this, now only $399. Double discounts on leather recliners like this, now just $699. And double carpet discounts like this, half price plus an extra 25% off. There's up to 30% off big name brands like G-Plan and Lazy Boy. Double sale savings plus 4 years interest-free credits on every sofa and carpet. Sale starts 9 a.m. Boxing Day at SCS.
When it comes to your mates, you accept them despite their faults. Take Daz here.
We've been round again. She wants me to go to Old Trafford.
Then there's Glyn.
Did your mother drop you on the head when you were a baby?
And as for Begsy...
Hi, Chucks.
Lucky they've got me to look after him. I'm Hodge, the alpha male of the group.
It's all right.
New comedy drama, Great Night Out, coming soon to ITV1.
Girl power's taking the world by storm again with the launch of the Spice Girls musical. Here's their story.
Krabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer sponsors Christmas on ITV.
The Spice Girls are the biggest best-selling British girl group in the history of pop. No other act has been so successful in such a short space of time.
People think the Spice Girls were together as a group for a lot longer than they actually were. So much happened so quickly. It was such a whirlwind. It was really quite overwhelming.
Baby, Ginger, Posh, Scary and Sporty became 5 of the most recognised faces in the world and a cultural phenomenon.
When I was a child, I remember being in my room and I wrote this card to myself, and it was this little tiny teddy bear peering up to a microphone, and I think I wrote, "Look out world, here I come."
Us 5 girls were so hungry to be heard and to be noticed.
When we came together, we felt like we had such a special chemistry that we could conquer anything.
16 years since they took the world by storm, a new musical is set to mark the next chapter for the Spice Girls. Viva Forever is an original story written by Jennifer Saunders and features the Spice Girls' multi-million selling songs.
It is embodying what we were about, reinventing it just for a new generation.
I can't wait for my little boy to see this show because he just doesn't know who we are. He calls us the Spicy Girls.
This is the story of the Spice Girls, from ambitious young hopefuls to global pop icons, and how the music that propelled them to stardom is taking to the stage to tell a new story about family, friendship, and the quest for fame.
"16 years ago, this is where it all began. It was a half-built building full of very funny extras. We were in a little kind of camper van outside getting ready and very excited. See that, girls? If you haven't got it, you just fake it. The point of that video was to say, look, this is who we are. We've come to gate crash a party, your party, and we're going to have a good time. Do you want to join us? That's what it was about.
Oh my God, look at that! What you wanna be? You gotta get with my friends. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends.
It was just a bunch of little rebels running through, you know, a beautiful house causing chaos.
Yo, tell me what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I was wearing vintage Mary Quant platform shoes, hence I'm wobbling, hobbling. I think added a comedy value to the whole thing.
If you want my future, forget my past. If you wanna get...
I remember writing that song with Biff and Matt.
They came down to our tiny studio in East London.
It's changed a bit.
It was one of those songs that just happened really fast and we all had our inputs.
Everything meant something. I mean, Zigga Zigga meant something.
I really, really, really want a Zigga Zigga. What does that mean? Doesn't matter.
You gotta get with my friends, make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover.
There was a little bit of a thing going whether it should be our first single, and I just remember being so adamant that Wannabe had to be our first single.
You have got to give.
It wasn't that we didn't like Wannabe or anything like that. It was just we were worried about the video at one point. We worried about everything. Was it poppy enough? Was there a threatening element?
I was initially quite scared of them. I think men were at first, and I wanted to put that into a song. I wanted them to be like an army.
If you wanna be my lover.
I think the Spice Girls songs really have stood the test of time. The lyrics are good, the melodies are really good and really catchy. And the Spice Girls songs take people back to a really happy time. People hear the songs and it takes them back to having fun and being young. And that's what we were all about.
I've brought a photograph that holds a lot of memories for me. It was the day that Wannabe was released, and it was a Red Rose Radio Roadshow in Preston, and all the mums went, which is great. And this photograph was taken with me in between the girls, and Melanie's written on it, "The 5 most important girls in my life." And that was the 7th of July, 1996. It's very special.
At a studio in South London, Emma and Jerry drop in at one of the first rehearsals for Viva Forever. The musical is produced by Judy Kramer, the woman behind the international hit show Mamma Mia. Together, she and Jennifer Saunders have been working to bring the Spice Girls songs to the stage.
Viva Forever was never going to be the story of the Spice Girls. It had to be an original story, a kind of modern fable, if you like, about what was girl power, but also kind of an element of what's happening today in the culture of fame and us all being obsessed by TV talent shows and celebrity.
The idea when we started thinking about it was that it should encapsulate the spirit of the Spice Girls. And that's quite an anarchic sort of spirit too, and it's about girls not having to behave all the time.
Could I have some Spice Girls, please?
The rehearsal is a chance for Emma and Jerry to hear how some of the Spice Girls songs have been reinterpreted for the musical.
OK. So, this is a play that's all about, you know, the importance of friendship and the chemistry between these characters. So, I want this to feel like it's a real duet, like you're building it together.
Yo, I tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Don't tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Don't tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna hurt, what I really, really, really want to zig, zig, ah. If you want my future, forget my past.
When you cast a show like this, often me and the casting director will give ourselves a bit of a brief, and we decided that for this Viva Forever cast, we want everyone in it had to have an element of spice about them. They had to be quite spicy.
Yo, I tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Don't tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna really, really, really want to zig, zig, ah. If you wanna be
I wanted to try and find those girls that weren't so traditionally musical theatre trained, quite raw talent.
if you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is.
Right, brilliant.
I got real goosebumps there. Yeah. You're making me feel so proud.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. It's amazing. It's like just passing it on to a new generation.
If you wanna be my lover.
Krabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer sponsors Christmas on ITV.
I'll be thinking about you.
Thanks.
Maybe we could start again.
What do you want me to do? Cancel the wedding. Stop the car. I'll take this dress off right now.
This is for keeps.
You promise? Let me prove to you how much I love you.
An unmissable episode of Coronation Street, Christmas Day at 7:30 on ITV1.
At Sharp's Bedrooms, whatever your particular style, however much clever storage space you need, and whatever shape your room is, we'll not only help you find exactly what you're looking for, we'll design, create and fully install it too. The Sharp's half-price sale starts Boxing Day. Call or click for your nearest bedroom showroom or for a free home design visit. Sharp's and you.
This Christmas, the global smash hit returns to London. Don't miss the largest, fiercest creatures ever to walk the earth. For 2 weeks only, Walking with Dinosaurs, the Arena Spectacular. Go to dinosaurlive.com.
Our brilliant Christmas party food starts from just £1. Pure value from Iceland.
At the UK's biggest electrical sale, they don't come much bigger. There's £300 off this exclusive 55-inch LG TV with Freeview HD, 3D and Smart. Under £1,000 at $999. Save up to £150 on Miele cylinder vacuums. This large capacity model is ideal for pet hair, only $149. And fry food more healthily with this Breville fryer, £70 off at £79, our lowest ever price. Online now and most stores open 8 AM Boxing Day for the Currys PC World Sale.
We have all
the time in the world, time enough for life to unfold all the precious things love has in store. We have all the time in the world just for love, nothing more, nothing less, only love.
Downton Abbey, Christmas Day at 8:45 on ITV1.
Krabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer sponsors Christmas on ITV.
I remember vividly, I can still see I'm sitting in a cafe in a place called Dance Works, which is just off Oxford Street in London. Somebody handed me a flyer. It was for a girl band. And I just went, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. I remember the audition. There was hundreds of girls queuing all the way down the stairs.
Mine hair from cabaret, that's what I sang, because what I always wanted to do was musical theatre. So I suppose it was less cool and less modern. And then there was Jerry, who, bless her, was nuts. I mean, completely nuts.
I didn't go to the audition because I'd been skiing and I burnt my face. But then I turned up to the small audition where there was about 12 people, and I think I blagged it a little bit.
I had just a very, bouncy extrovert energy about me. I wouldn't say it was the perfect audition.
I think I sung a Whitney Houston song. Yeah, I did. I sung The Greatest Love of All. And I thought I was so good.
We'd been working as a five-piece, not including Emma. And Michelle, one of the girls, she was a little bit, we were so determined, we knew what we wanted to do, and she was a little bit unsure whether she wanted to continue with her studies or be in the band, and that just wasn't good enough for us. We needed 100% commitment, so she had to go. And it was a mutual decision with the management. And we were looking for another girl.
I had an audition with this woman called Pepe, who took me along to meet Chris. And I just had to sing a song. I sang SWV, right here.
I went to meet the girls, and all I had was meet the girls at a train station.
We were in Jerry's little Fiat Uno, bashed to bits because she just crashed it all the time because she was just, drove like this, talking to everybody.
I remember being in the car with the girls.
Jerry was totally eyeballing her in the rearview mirror, and we were all checking her out and she was checking us out. But it just fell into place, and from that moment, when it was the five of us, we knew that was it.
I remember from the start thinking, I have to be open, I have to be honest. I'm going to be spending a lot of time with these girls. And I just remember going to Victoria and Jerry and just saying, I'm really homesick. I really miss my family, and crying and thinking, I've got to show these girls what I'm about straight away.
Emma!
Whether they love or hate me for that, I'll have to take that risk. And and that's partly, I think, why I became baby, because I was a big baby right from the beginning.
Having been selected for the group by father and son management team Bob and Chris Herbert, the girls embarked on a daily routine of choreography and vocal coaching.
I had to be quite hard because there was no time. There was no time to feed the ego. We just had to get to work. So if I did say, you're out of tune, can you hear this note? I'm playing this note.
I know, and...
Their single-mindedness, they were focused, so focused. It was a good thing to teach because we got straight to it.
It's hard to agree on a name. It doesn't matter how great the name is, and I think there's lots of names kicked about. And I think the best ideas I get when I'm sort of
doing something else, and I was in the middle of an exercise class, you know, and I was jumping around, and it just popped, the name Spice popped into my head. And I remember running back home to the girls going and calling up the stairs going, "What about Spice?" And they were like, "Yeah," because, you know, I think we felt collectively that really embodied who we are. And then every time we went somewhere, people would say, "The Spice Girls are coming." And so that name that second bit kind of just got stuck on.
It kind of all went a bit weird quite early on. We weren't satisfied. We just didn't feel like things were moving quickly enough.
As a group, as like 5 girls, you could come across really sort of arrogant, really sure of yourself, like it's going to happen, and the truth of it is that you're working for it.
Bob and Chris Herbert had undoubtedly had the stroke of genius in thinking up the idea, but they weren't really very experienced management team in terms of what to do next. After a while, it was very strange. It was like Frankenstein's monster. Bob and Chris Herbert might have invented this thing, but they couldn't control it.
We wanted a contract, we wanted to move forward, we wanted to be on top of the pops, we wanted to be superstars, and it just wasn't happening quick enough. And we pushed them into setting up a showcase.
They performed to me for about an hour with Chris Herbert, their manager, sitting on the floor, kind of like, "What do you think?" kind of thing, and we were just like blown away, completely blown away. And I think a few days after that we started writing together.
Aware of the buzz they were creating, the girls sensed they'd outgrown their managers and decided to take matters into their own hands.
I would say this is Spice Girls at its finest. We sacked our first management, we'd put all our clothes in bin liners, put them in my Fiat, and we had a writing appointment with a man called Elliot Kennedy, which we knew had written with Take That.
Off we went, demo tape in Jerry's pants, midnight flit, leaving the house, and it was all, you know, very ridiculous, but brilliant.
We drove up to Sheffield and dialed every Elliot Kennedy in Sheffield. I think it was number 8 we found him.
Jerry said, "Hi Elliot, we need to talk to you. And we're really worried about something." I said, "What is it?" And they said, "We're firing our manager and we want to know if you'll still work with us."
We were terrified that nobody would want to touch us with a barge pole because we didn't have management. I mean, we were 5 girls, we didn't have a clue. We were skint. We were just like, you know, we just felt like we had something special, and we were very determined and ambitious, but was that enough?
I think what I loved about them the most was their fearlessness. They were bulletproof, and it's just intoxicating because you then just want to try anything, you know, in terms of music or ideas, you know. There was no limits on it. And I said, of course I'll work with you.
Keen to find someone to help them land a record deal, the girls went in search of new management.
They turned the whole process of finding a manager on its head because they got themselves into a position where they were interviewing the managers. They would go into any office and they'd just completely take it over.
We used to stand up on their tables, we used to do the rap, we used to just be in their face.
Word spread around the industry, and big-name management took them seriously.
One of the managers the girls met was Simon Fuller.
He just kind of was like, "Yeah, okay, girls, yeah, you know, this all sounds good," and we just felt like, you know, he was the man for the job, really.
Simon was one of the most sought-after managers in the business. He listened to the girls' ideas and convinced them he could get them what they wanted. 2 months later, he landed the Spice Girls a recording contract with Virgin Records.
I remember the phone call. I was working as a secretary, and she just said, "Mum, we're gonna be huge." And I'll always remember those words, because she used to send me cassettes of the songs, you know, and I thought, these songs are really good, you know, so, yeah, she knew.
At the Piccadilly Theatre in London, the set for Viva Forever is starting to take shape. The musical tells the story of Viva and her 3 best friends, who are swept up in a TV talent show where their friendships are tested to the limit. Viva, her mother and their closest friends have their lives turned upside down by the talent show, its uncompromising judges and the reality of fame. The story unfolds in 3 key locations.
There's a houseboat, there's a television studio, there's a whole lot of stuff that happens in Spain, there's all sorts of other things. And, I mean, the houseboat was, you know, the real... It's like, can't we just rewrite this? I don't know how to make this work. But the brilliant thing about it is that challenge fed absolutely everything else. Solving that problem, making that work in the model box, led to the shape of the whole show. The curtain would go up and we have a stage full of people, some television cameras, like an audition. And then all of the audition people disappear till we're left with the 4 girls who are telling our story. And then as they sing, we move gracefully, I hope, to the deck of a barge in Camden. As it comes round, the rest of the boat comes out of the floor to give us our houseboat. And then the back wall opens up and the light comes on behind and we have Camden. I think we've created a world that has, you know, a bit of sparkiness, a bit of colour, a lot of colour, and something about it that just makes you smile. You know that the Spice Girls are there somewhere. You know that in the mix of designing stuff, the thing that's hanging over this is that the music is the Spice Girls and the spirit is the Spice Girls.
I think all 5 of us secretly, deep down, have always wanted to have a Spice Girls musical.
We've always felt that our songs were quite theatrical. There's great subject matter and there's quite a lot of storytelling within the songs as well. So it was something we talked about for years and years and years. And then it wasn't until we got together in the reunion tour when we thought, you know what, it's time. Let's get this show on the road. Emma and Jerry started meeting producers, and #1 on the hit list was Judy Kramer, very famously successful with Mamma Mia.
Jerry Halliwell has sent me a lovely email saying, we really want to meet you.
Trying to be as charming as possible in one email. Would you like to have tea? With us. And she did.
She came in, she was cool as a cucumber, she just was sexy and feisty and had everything that girl power is, really. As soon as she left, me and Jerry were a bit like, we want her, she's got to do it, she's got to do it.
I think if you're going to create something from scratch using a collection of songs, you have to put different ears on, if you like. You have to kind of take it from... You have to use your imagination. You don't go, well, this will just be great to put on stage.
Judy would come over and she said, we'll just sit and listen to some songs. And I thought that was a bit weird, that she was just coming over to my house. We were just sitting, like, listening. And she said, well, let's listen to this song again and that song again. We'd just sit there going, I'd be thinking, what is the song? I've heard this song, I know this song. But she was really right about it, because the more you start to listen to it, the more you start to hear different things and themes, and you started forming a kind of story in your head.
If you take the Spice Girls songs as a collection, there isn't particular logic there, but that didn't matter. That's what's so great about Jennifer's story. They illustrate moments, and they come as a surprise within the drama. It was incredibly important when discussing the story elements with Jennifer that it was going to be a story that had heart. It had to embrace, I mean, mothers and daughters is a theme that I know from Mamma Mia, but she also knows very much from Ad Fab. And when they were younger, the Spice Girls' mothers were very present. That's something that Jennifer and I looked into. What's it like to be a mum and your 20-year-old daughter suddenly becomes such a global phenomenon and so famous, the chaos that must bring upon your life.
It was always when we're famous. Never, and my husband said to them on a couple of occasions, don't you mean if? But it was never, ever going to be an option. It was always when we're famous, when we're famous. And Victoria said once, do you know we're going to be bigger than Take That? And we all say, yeah, all right, darling.
When my life changed, their lives changed. I mean, I remember my mum saying that they had to build a brick wall around the house because, you know, there was lots of press intrusion and lots of fans, and everything changed for them.
Me and my mum have always been very close, and I've always been really proud of her. She's a singer, and she still sings now. And I remember when I was very little, I thought all mums sang. That's just what they did. And so when I found out that actually they didn't, I was really proud. That's kind of what inspired me to want to be on stage. And my mum never pushed me. She was just really supportive and said, you know, you just do whatever makes you happy.
I don't look at her as a Spice Girl. She's just my daughter, Melanie. Yeah. And the mother of gorgeous grandchild. Yeah. Spice Girls, just on the top.
Krabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer sponsors Christmas on ITV.
Christmas is about more than just one day. Christmas days at Sainsbury's.
Nominated for 4 Golden Globes, including Best Picture, Les Miserables.
Hyundai believes brilliant is when a tunnel becomes a magic gateway.
When you're smiling,
A puddle becomes a wave.
smiles with you.
A hill becomes an amusement park.
When you're laughing,
When the stars seem closer than ever. Hyundai helps you make every moment brilliant. Live brilliant. Hyundai.
we're rolling out the red carpet at Aldis and inviting everyone to our premiere sale. You'll find amazing savings of up to 60% off throughout the store. Everything's reduced with up to 60% off all sofas and chairs, all dining furniture and beds, and all homewares, including all carpets and curtains, bed linen, tableware, cookware, and much more. Hurry to the premiere sale, now on at Aldis in Fakenham and Norwich. It's your ticket to unmissable savings. Don't miss out.
Carphone Warehouse sale is now on. The Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 7-inch tablet plus the Samsung Galaxy A smartphone are now free with a £15.50 per month smartphone tariff. That's a saving of £150. Pick up that last-minute gift only at Carphone Warehouse.
It's all about you.
The Furniture Village sale. New ideas. big savings. All the brands we love. And lovely people too. It's the sale we've been waiting for. If you love staying in, you'll love the Furniture Village sale. Starts 9 a.m. Boxing Day, or shop online now.
The nation's most talented dancing dogs are getting their wag on.
The doggy treat with a difference.
Putting their paws up.
Everything with that performance was bang on.
I never thought I'd be seeing two Jack Russells going backwards on a barrel.
For the title of Top Dog. That Dog Can Dance. Boxing Day at 8 on ITV1.
Krabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer sponsors Christmas on ITV.
This is the first ever photo taken of the Spice Girls as a band. I think my favourite pictures are the early days, before anything had happened, before the success. So it was all just the innocence of it, the camaraderie, the beginning, like the hope, the dreams. That was, you know, that was our glue. So this is us then, all innocent and cute.
We kind of had that gut feeling that, you know what, there's something really special about us lot. Without blowing our own trumpets and kind of celebrating too much, we just knew something was special about us.
I remember us going to nightclubs and going, listen, we're a girl band and you're going to see us really sing because we're going to be famous. I mean, now sounds very obnoxious, but at the time it was just, we did have that confidence, but because I think we gave each other that confidence.
First time I met them, they sat down and went, would you like us to tell you what's going to happen? We're going to put out this record and we're going to appeal to all these girls that are going to love us. And then this is going to be our second record. And then we're going to make a video here and then we're going to make a film and we're going to go on tour. Particularly Jerry, it was, who said all of this. She mapped out what would happen for the first 2 years for the band.
To appeal to Top of the Pops magazine's readers, Peter Lorraine and his team came up with a nickname for each of the girls.
This is it, the Spice Rack.
I was called Posh because I liked the nice restaurants and the nice clothes, and that was my character. I didn't smart, even in those days. There was this very strong image, very strong image. And I am very much that person, even now. Even now. I get ready to go out sometimes, and I catch myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, I've turned into that person.
I loved mine. Obviously, Baby came about because I was the youngest, but, you know, I remember one of the girls, I think Mel C, saying to me, well, it depends on how you say it, because it can be, oh, baby, or it can be, hey, baby.
Mel C and Jerry had different names to begin with, and Mel C was going to be Scouse Spice, and Jerry was going to be Saucy Spice, because she kind of, you know, was the cheeky one. Mel B, she sat on my knee and she's like, you're scared of me, aren't you?
Listen, every woman gets a little bit scary every now and again, whether they're peed off with their boyfriend or they're just having one of those bad hair days. We're all a bit scary. I like my name. It kind of put a barrier up, because when somebody would first meet me, they think that I was going to be horrible. And actually, I picked and choose whether I was going to be nice or not nice that day. But even if I was horrible, Emma would be so nice. So there was a nice balance, always in the group.
I'm giving you everything, all that joy can bring. This I swear, I'll give you everything.
In October 1996, the Spice Girls' second single, Say You'll Be There, went straight to the top of the charts. In November, the girls were chosen to turn on the Christmas lights in Oxford Street.
Me and Mel C were looking out of the window and seeing crowds kind of gather, and the hour that we were standing there it just got bigger and bigger, and the crowds, it was just thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and it was just like, where are these people coming from? I do remember having a real moment of, wow, this is incredible. Like, how has this happened, like, in such a short space of time?
3, 2, 1.
That December, Two Become One became the Spice Girls' first Christmas number one.
When two become one, I need some love like I never needed love before. Wanna make love to you, baby. I had a little love, now I'm back for more. Wanna make love to you, baby.
The girls cemented their position as the biggest name in pop with an iconic performance at the 1997 Brit Awards.
They are, of course, ginger, sporty, scary, baby, and posh, the all-conquering Spice Girls!
The history of that dress, first first, I knew it was an important event, and I thought I really want to wear something special. The stylist came along and gave me this little black dress. But then I thought, you know what? I really want to say the British, I'm so proud to be British. I want to really celebrate that, so hello, let's get a flag. The stylist at the time told me not to wear it. I literally got, don't wear that. And I was going, but I like it.
Here we go. And the winner of the Box Best Video Award is, thank you, God, the Spice Girls.
The little Spice Girls!
It was a very strange experience because we were standing in the lineup to accept our Brit, and I turned around and I looked at the other girls, and the last time I remembered us all standing in that lineup was when we were living in Maidenhead and we were all signing on the dole, collecting our dole money. And it was a real flashback of, wow, we've gone from that to this.
Who Do You Think You Are went straight to number one and became that year's comic relief single.
I think it's true to say that quite a lot of people couldn't tell the difference between me and Posh. I was the only one who was exactly like my Spice Girl.
The great thing about the Spice Girls is they never behaved like grown-ups. It's the same with comedy in a way. If you start to be a grown-up, you've lost it. It's about being subversive or naughty or silly, and that's what the Spice Girls had.
I think the Spice Girls had a level of impact or cultural effect that was way out of proportion to any previous pop group or pop group of the time, really. A lot of cultural commentators were remarking on this, the sense in which Britain, and particularly London, was sort of at the centre of the cultural zeitgeist. The whole idea of cool Britannia took root, and the Spice Girls sort of stepped into that with absolute confidence at precisely the right moment, and they very much defined that moment.
What I like about the Spice Girls is you can't say that they were great musicians because they weren't. However, they look really good. You can't say that they were great singers because they weren't, but they made you feel good. And I think there's a lot to be said about presenting something that you really, really believe in with such passion that everybody gets carried away with the enthusiasm.
No, these are my heroines.
And he's our hero as well.
I don't want to be emotional, but it's one of the greatest moments in my life.
Hey, wait a minute. I've always found men in authority quite like cheeky young women. So whenever I met somebody in a place of authority, I normally found they like it if you're quite fun. You're as young as the girl you feel, and I'm 25.
Stop right now, thank you very much. I need somebody with it.
I booked the girls onto the Prince's Trust. Prince Charles was having a gig in Manchester, and, you know, I'm sure the palace were very keen to have a good photo opportunity with these 5 gorgeous girls. And Prince Charles came down, and he's such a gentleman. He does everything sort of with such good humour, and he gets to the girls, and then they literally attack him.
You've got lipstick on you now. I think I just kissed Prince Charles, and I left that mark on his face, and then, like, I got into bed that night, and my head was just, like, buzzing, and I think we had to fly off to South Africa the next day, and there was never a time to process anything. And I remember lying I was living in this little tiny cottage, and I just came up with 2 lines. Start, and the melody. Stop right now, thank you very much. I need somebody with a human touch. It's kind of wanting, saying, can you just pause a minute, and I just need to be treated like a human.
There was a stage where someone wrote once how every woman wanted to be one of us, and every man wanted to date one of us. Not that anyone wanted to date me, I think everyone wanted to sort of like just brush my hair. But everybody could relate to one of us. That's why it was so successful.
Just get out of my face. For the new generation, the Spice Girls were it. And for a moment in time, which in show business is that glorious stratospheric moment, it seemed like they would just keep going.
I think that people could relate to us because we were totally and honestly being ourselves. You know, because that's what I was always looking for when I was growing up, to relate to somebody, you know, in the public eye and look up to somebody, but that wasn't out of reach. We never had the best designer clothes on, you know. I had things made all the time, and my mum would buy me T-shirts and cut them up, and it was just so organic and homemade, and I think that's what people related to.
4 weeks into rehearsals for Viva Forever, Melanie C comes to see how the songs will take shape on the stage and to meet some of the cast for the first time.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. We're just getting to the point where we are just completing the first round, if you like, of most of the scenes, and then in the next couple of weeks we'll start revising and then start throwing it together. So it's kind of like a bit of a crucial moment, actually, when you start to feel the whole thing starting to emerge out of the chaos. We were just about to do a little run-through of a scene. Do you want to watch it? Come on, then.
I wrote a song for you.
No, you didn't.
Well, okay, maybe I didn't, but it fits your name perfectly, so I'm calling this your song.
A song for the girl with a 4-letter name.
It has to be 2 syllables. Do you still remember how we used to be? Living together, believing whatever my love said to me. Both of us were dreamers, young love in the sun.
Viva Forever is a favourite song of mine. I thought it kind of summed up everything that could be a good title. It became very much a part, if not a heart, of Act 2 in Viva Forever, one of the romantic interludes.
Viva forever, para siempre, eterno.
A lot of the Spice Girls songs, their arrangements were quite elaborate and quite sort of discotheque-y sometimes. And it's taking those songs and changing how they're used. You start to drop the idea of it being a Spice Girls song, and you start to think of it just as a song, just as lyrics. I remember thinking, I couldn't imagine getting totally emotionally involved in Spice Girls songs that you've known again and again, but when you hear them in a different context, they are beautiful songs.
Promises made, every memory saved, as reflections on my mind.
What's fantastic about Viva Forever is that the story has been inspired by the music and the songs of the Spice Girls. It really captures our energy, our ethos, really. And it's kind of everything about the Spice Girls. And to have that being performed in the West End is just really humbling.
Krabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer sponsors Christmas on ITV.
I've lived in London for about 11 years and I've worked in the city for about half of that. My job keeps me quite busy. Just wish there were a few more hours in the day. It becomes quite difficult to meet someone new. New friends, new people in general, new potential friends. I am at that point in life where I'm actually ready to date and to try something new.
It all starts with a date at Match.com. More relationships and more marriages than any other site.
Friends, do you really need them? Yes. If you haven't got a friend, then you're just you. There's half as many things that you can do. Who's gonna tell you that you're not a brat? If not your best friend. Do you recall when we did that? Yes. Sharing the brilliant jokes we've had throughout the years. Good times together. It's not the same when you're not there. Friends, a la la poo poo la la.
I'm Kevin Bacon, center of the universe, connected to everything, everywhere. Shh, check this out. I was in Flatliners, I stopped my heartbeat, so did ITV, stopped it after 18 series. Order a number 18 and you get stir-fried chili chicken. That's one hot chick, but it'll never be as hot as a cast of Hollyoaks. As soon as the curtains are drawn, they're at it, quick as a flash. Super fast connections. That's what happens when you build the only network with fiber broadband and 4G. Mom's streaming HD TV, the kids are gaming live with their mates, and Dad's in the park watching Tremors on 4G.
Super fast mobile 4G and fiber, only on EE.
It's the Argos Big Sale with our lowest ever prices. Like this Hitachi 32-inch TV, now only £175. Plus, save £150 on this Toshiba dual-core laptop, now under £250. Starts online tomorrow, ends Thursday. Argos it.
Come join the fun at Tombola, Britain's biggest bingo site. Play online, tablet or mobile. Visit tombola.co.uk now and get £20 free.
Hey, I'm Kevin Bacon, center of the universe, connected to everything, everywhere. Here it comes. I was in Animal House. Hey, man. Animals live in a jungle. If you live in a jungle, you're on I'm a Celebrity, won by Dougie Pointer. He ate bush pig privates and survived. Now that's magic. Paul Daniels, Helen Daniels from Neighbors, always breaking her hip. Unlike Jed, we're joined at the hip. They're never apart. Just like you and your favorite films when you get 4G. Stream a movie on your mobile on your way home. Stop it when you get to your front door, and start it again from exactly where you left off.
When Jedward got voted off, I wept in my trailer for a week. Stream films on the go, pick up at home. Super fast mobile 4G, only on EE.
This is Lewis Loud in the morning. Tonight, I star in my first ever Panto.
Hello, boys and girls.
John Bishop.
How you diddling?
Sheridan Smith.
This is the first time you've kissed a man.
And Chesney Hawkes.
Take 5!
Panto, Thursday at 9 on ITV1.
Krabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer sponsors Christmas on ITV.
This is something that I keep very close to me because it just, I love it. Sometimes, just for the hell of it, I get it out at home in front of the mirror and I have a little sing-along. Yeah, it's like, how much better is that than a hairbrush? It's just, love it. We all had very individual microphones. Mel B had a leopard print one, Victoria's was black. I just want to be a pop star all the time. That's why I keep it close.
By mid-1997, the Spice Girls were everywhere. The combined ambition of the girls and their manager, Simon Fuller, had made them the most famous, most successful pop group in the world, and demand for them kept on growing.
The Spice Girls working so closely with Simon, the 6 of them, what they achieved was global domination. Nothing was beyond them. Wherever you were around the world, you couldn't get away from the Spice Girls.
There was a time when we were in a different country every single day, doing different TV shows, different photo shoots. I mean, it was such a whirlwind. It was really quite overwhelming.
They didn't have a day off for months and months. You know, I did say to her one day, if you don't have a day off soon, I'm going to have to phone somebody and say, you know, come on, the girls have got to have a day off to call their own.
Too Much was a really difficult time. It was an incredible time. Everything was happening. Everything we touched turned to gold. It was ridiculous. We were working on our second album. We were shooting Spice Whale the movie, and we were actually writing the album in a mobile studio, and we were just like popping in and out when we weren't filming. And we were just, I mean, beyond exhausted. All my own stunts in a movie, all my own stunts. It's just like, you know, so much is going on and it's all so brilliant and we don't want it to stop and we can't let it stop. But, you know, how long can we keep this up?
The pressure on the writing of the second album was immense on all of us, you know, the girls, the writers, everybody. You know, we always sort of say that, you know, we literally wrote and recorded 4 songs in 4 days, and that is true, really. There was no other way of doing it.
It actually feels like a bit of a blur. Just being so tired, coming off of set and walking straight onto, you know, a mobile studio. Sometimes having an hour in the mobile studio and then an hour back on set. Madness.
There was so much going on. There was if you were looking for a girl to come in and sing her part, and she'd be out choosing the dress for her Spice doll that was going to be manufactured for the second run of Spice dolls.
I think one of the eeriest memories I had is seeing that table tennis table with 1,000 heads on it.
Yeah, all heads, just all decapitated.
All lined up, and they had to choose the one that they thought looked like them the most.
Where are you going?
We're going home to sleep. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. There's been a change of plan.
Oh.
The schedule's too tight. No morning off.
The fact that there were 5 of them and they were such good mates that made it possible for them to navigate their way through all of this insanity that was surrounding them. I remember when we were at Twickenham Film Studio shooting the inside of the London bus, which is a vast set. There were people literally hanging out of the trees and climbing over walls to get to see them.
I just finished for the day, wrapped, and I couldn't get, I was in my car alone and couldn't get out the gates because there was so many fans outside and it was getting a bit silly. I was sitting there thinking, oh my God, and I started writing some of the lyrics of the chorus. It's about craving. You know, you just want more, but it's never enough, and yet you can't let it go either. You know, that hunger for something, whether it's love, whether it's money, whether it's fame.
There was so much going on at that time, and I think that was also the time when the tensions began to show with our relationship with Simon Fuller.
This man was 30 years old, 30-something, early 30s, and the demands of looking after 5 young girls, juggling the human being with a desire for success. Sometimes they are not compatible.
Of course, we wanted to take all of the opportunities that came our way, but we were just kids and we were human beings, and, you know, and we were falling apart, and, you know, and of course, he was our manager, so he had to push us, but also he had to protect us. So it was just, there was a lot of emotions going on at that time.
I'd organised for the girls to go to the MTV Awards. I think it was in Amsterdam, and for once, I'm really pleased about this, I didn't go because Something had kicked off while they were over there, and they'd spent, well, the whole night discussing it, and then they'd called their lawyers in the early hours of the morning, and I got into the office early, like 8, 9, and Jerry was on the phone straight away. And I said, how was last night? Congratulations, you know, you won. And she literally cut me dead, and she said, we've got rid of Simon.
You know, like a teenager suddenly goes, I want to prove this myself. I can do this myself. We don't need you. There's a bit of that, looking back, bit of that.
The Spice Girls and Simon Fuller parted company in November '97. 6 months later, as the girls were promoting their new single, Viva Forever, speculation mounted about tensions between Jerry and the rest of the group.
Viva Forever is probably one of the saddest songs for me, because I remember when I was on stage with them, and I kind of knew I'd had enough. We were sort of growing apart, growing separately in certain ways, I felt. And I could feel it. I'd lost grip of it. And I think the actual video of it shows that, you know, we had a cartoon. That song is about, look, I'm always going to love you. See you tomorrow. Always be mine, you know. I'm always going to have that, but actually, see you later.
I do remember writing goodbye. Obviously, Jerry had left by then, and I found that whole process very difficult, because it was more like, oh my God, she's walked out on a friendship. That's the only way I saw it. I didn't see it as in, oh, she's walked out on a career. I just saw it as my friend has kind of gone.
Leaving the group, it was so painful in so many ways. I can't imagine how, like, they probably felt incredibly rejected looking back. And, you know, I feel really bad, actually, when I think about that. And it's not until you kind of come through the other side and how angry they must have felt with me.
She left before, but not publicly. I mean, I think a few of them had left. Well, Melanie and Jerry had left a few times. I nearly got kicked out once as well. Well, that's another story. So yeah, I mean, it was difficult, and you know, I think Jerry would, you know, she would say these things herself, but you know, she was having some personal issues, and it's no secret that her and Melanie have had a very fiery relationship in the past. They're the closest of all of the bands, you know, they're absolutely in each other's pockets, or they can fight like cat and dog. And they're, you know, they're very much the strongest characters in the band in many ways. So that really changed the dynamic on a day-to-day basis sometimes. And I think, you know, a mixture of those things really came to the point of Jerry realising that she needed to walk away, and she needed to figure things out for herself.
Is that okay? I mean, I'm
4 weeks before the opening night of Viva Forever, Emma, Jerry and Melanie C have a final chance to listen to the songs in the show as the cast and the band come together for the first time at the Sitz Probe.
Good. Now, Lucy, could you come over this? So all principals are over this side. The Sitz Probe, it's a German word. It's an operatic term, actually, which literally means sit and probe the music. It's the only time, actually, that the cast get to hear the orchestrations, the band, without everything else, because we're not on stage. We do it in a rehearsal room, and all we're concentrating on is the music. After spending 6 weeks with a piano, to suddenly have a band is great. My favourite day.
Never mind the pain or the aggravation. You know there's a better way for you and me to be. Look for the rainbow in every storm. Fly like an angel, heaven sent to me.
What I feel about the Spice Girls is they're kind of rich in themes. The fact that friendship was something that they wrote their songs about, and that obviously as 5 women together and going through this incredible experience of being famous, that friendship was incredibly important and friendship was forever. I'm interested in the dynamics of friendship because I think women and friendship, you know, means different things. Rivalry, envy, at the same time a kind of support system. So that very much interested me. What would happen in any group of friends if suddenly one was missing?
For the rainbow in every storm, find out for certain love's gonna be there for you. You'll always be someone's baby. You know you're gone, said you're gone, I can still feel you here. Gotta keep it strong before the pain. So glad we made it. Times will never change it, no, no.
Krabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer sponsors Christmas on ITV.
YouView is the new way to watch your favourite TV subscription-free. Scroll back through the past 7 days of catch-up TV in one simple guide, or just search YouView for the programmes you love. You can even pause, rewind and record in HD. Subscription-free TV from YouView. Extraordinary TV for everyone.
The Halford sale is online now. Save £30 on this 5-inch Garmin, now only $99.99, with lifetime map updates worth $74.99. And this lightweight Carrera road bike is half price at only $299.99. And get an extra 10% off everything online before midnight Christmas Day at halfords.com.
Trying to be a superstar like everybody else, but being myself is something I do well. Express yourself. Express yourself.
B&Q kitchen prices are low every day of the year, but now as part of the big B&Q sale from Boxing Day until January the 1st, we have an extra 15% off everything in store on top of our already low sale prices. Kitchen-compare.com independently check our prices against the competition, even during the sales. So with great low prices and a 10-year guarantee on our kitchens, don't miss out on your chance to get a new kitchen this new year from B&Q. The big B&Q sale. Big sale, small prices.
The Bennett's Big B sale is back with fantastic savings on top brands. Take this Hoover washing machine with a 6-kilogram load and 1400 spin speed, only $199. Or this Asus dual-core laptop with a 15.6-inch screen and 4 gig of memory, now only $279. We can even deliver same day with our same-day express delivery. Don't forget our price promise, we'll beat any local price. For these and more great savings, hurry down to your nearest branch or click and collect at bennettsonline.co.uk.
What if an oil could transform the look of your hair? New Elvive Extraordinary Oil from L'Oreal Paris. Our 5-in-1 Miracle Hair Perfector. Ultra versatile, non-greasy. Before shampooing, it melts onto the hair fibre. Use before blow drying or as a finishing touch. Hair looks sumptuously smooth, silky, without flyaways, breathtaking. New Elvive Extraordinary Oil from L'Oreal. 92% of women would recommend to a friend. Find out why at hairoil.co.uk.
It's not a journey. Every journey ends, but we go on. The world turns and we turn with it. Plans disappear. Dreams take over. But wherever I go, there you are. My luck, my fate, my fortune. Chanel number 5. Inevitable.
People say, Hector, living out here in paradise is all well and good, but at Christmas time, don't you miss the cold winter mornings, the crunch of snow underfoot, smell of chestnuts roasting on an open fire. I say, not really.
This Christmas Day, Euro Millions is making 25 guaranteed millionaires on the UK Millionaire Raffle.
I'm Hector Viva. Welcome to my world.
My brother and I raised ourselves. He never grew up.
You have a bear trap?
I'm pregnant. I grew up too fast.
I'm so excited!
After that, everything changed for me.
Oh, what are we doing today?
My brother moved away, and you never know when he's going to show up. Ben! As you may have noticed, my brother's an idiot.
The antidote for the Monday blues. Ben and Kate, coming soon to ITV2.
Krabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer sponsors Christmas on ITV.
Collectively as a band, I'd say our biggest inspiration is the Spice Girls.
No, they had the best music out. They were just massive everywhere across the world. And they had massive personalities as well, didn't they? And they made it look so much fun.
They kind of started that girl band, girl power thing that's kind of, you know, I don't think people like us, Girls Aloud, you know, would necessarily have been around if it wasn't for those guys, really.
Paving the way.
Yeah.
You wanted to be part of their gang. You were like, yeah, I want to be a Spice Girl.
Following Jerry's departure, the Spice Girls continued touring, performing and recording, and had 2 more #1 singles and a 3rd and final album. In 2000, after topping the charts in more than 30 countries, with 9 UK #1 singles and 2 multi-platinum albums, the Spice Girls finally decided to part. It would be 7 years before they would come together again for the return of the Spice Girls World Tour.
It was the phone call I dreaded for a long time, and that's no disrespect to the girls at all. But, you know, I did have some personal demons that I had to deal with towards the end of the band and really, you know, in the early days of my solo career. And I think we all dealt with what happened to us in different ways. And it was amazing and incredible, and I have absolutely no regrets. But it was incredible, it was crazy, it was bonkers, it was unique, it was... I can't swear. It really messes with your head, you know? That's the honest truth. And, you know, people have dealt with it in different ways, some better than others. Personally, for me, I had a few issues and I had some things that I had to deal with. And I was scared to go back. And I think I was scared to revisit some of those places and some of those feelings. So it was a decision that took me, you know, quite some time.
The tour would take in over 40 dates across Europe and North America and see the girls reunited with Simon Fuller.
The reunion for me was about, you know, rebuilding our friendships and restoring our relationships. I wanted reconciliation, and I suppose I wanted forgiveness and make everything all right. And, you know, I love being a Spice Girl. I think anyone would be. It's great.
At the London 2012 Olympics, 4 years after the reunion tour, the girls were back for a special one-off performance.
I'll stand by. For this night only.
It's really funny, when us 5 girls get together, we just revert back to who we were. Sporty is a big part of me, and as soon as I get on that stage and Wannabe starts, Sporty Spice comes out to play.
This outfit got flown in from Beirut, specially made for me with all my measurements, which is pretty lovely. It's kind of a bit naked-ish. Can I put that on there? Yeah. And then I made my shoes. I super glued all the stuff on it so it matched. Gotta have a bit of kind of tackiness, a bit of effort, a bit of work, a bit of handcraft. And that's what I wore for the Olympics, for the closing ceremonies, with my ladies.
You know, even though these days, especially, we do catch up with each other now and again, but we don't see each other sometimes for a while. But when we do, it's like I saw them yesterday. I know them inside out. And that's because of obviously that time we spent together was so intense that no one will ever know me the way they do, ever. That's a bit scary.
With 2 weeks to go until opening night, the cast and crew prepare for the dress rehearsal of Viva Forever. One of the central themes of the musical is the impact of fame and the power it has to change people's lives.
OK, can everybody get into position, please?
Quiet, please, on stage.
Well, the race is on to get out of the bottom. The top is high and your roots are forgotten. Giving is good as long as you're getting.
What's driving you is ambition, I'm betting.
Who do you think you are? Huh?
Who do you think you are? I just love writing that song because I feel that song is the absolute embodiment of what fame is about. The race is on to get out of the bottom. It's saying, I want to get out of where I'm living right now and I want to make it to the top. And then on your way to the top, are you going to lose who you are?
If you want what I've got, give me something. Swing it, shake it, move it, make it. Who do you think you are? Trust it, use it, prove it, show me how good you are. Swing it, shake it, who do you think you are? Trust it, use it, show how good you are.
Guys, please, not too close on this side. I have a tooth that...
I think when you dissect the songs, they are very much songs of friendship and fame, and they are shamelessly sentimental at times, which is great for musical theatre. And it was great for what we were doing, because it's really creating a story about today and fame today and whether it does end happily ever after. And the Spice Girls had said to me when I first met them that being famous was going to be the answer to everything.
Fame for me was almost like a solution for disappointment. When, the boy didn't love me back or I didn't get the job, I thought, well, if I become successful and famous pop star, all of you will be sorry and I'm just going to make my life better. It was like a TV solution.
Show how good you are.
I can't wait for opening night. I can't wait, to get dressed up. I was with Victoria just the other day and we were talking about how amazing that night's going to be for the five of us, to be together, to watch our songs being interpreted in a completely different way and watching just a brilliant show. It's going to be, a very special night for us. We'll be very excited. I think Judy and Jennifer are going to be nervous about it more than us. We're just getting to have a night out.
The theatre lights are going up now. People are going to go and see it. They're buying tickets. It's terrifying because it's a big West End thing and it's going in the West End. So I'm really kind of scared.
Krabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer sponsors Christmas on ITV.
Just one more adventure.
Let's do it.
Lassie skies of blue and I see clouds of white and the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself.
All good adventures must come to an end.
You put your life at risk for us.
The series finale of Wild at Heart, Sunday at 8 on ITV1.
Hurry up, lad. We'll be doing presents any minute. Hey, here's someone.
Hello there, you two.
Ginger, you are in fine feather.
I wonder what this could be.
Oh, you'll have to wait and see.
Hello.
Ready when you are.
Am I late?
Oh, hello.
Oh, you haven't started without me, have you?
Can we start yet? Can we start yet?
Hold your horses. Let's have a bit of order, hmm?
Just say the word, Wallace.
Quick, Gromit, fetch. There's a good lad. Righto. Everybody ready? 3.
Get them presents, Fluffles.
2.
Hold up.
Hang on.
1.
Ooh, a teapot.
Oh, splendid.
Lovely.
Mine's all sparkly.
Oh, socks.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
You're beautiful.
Get this complete essentially magnet kitchen for £3,450 in the Magnet half-price sale. Bring us your measurements today for an instant quote. In our clearance, you'll find thousands of sale items with up to 50% off. The John Lewis Clearance. Online now and in our shops from the 27th of December.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You are in at the beginning of something amazing. The very best that London has to offer. We are going to show the world how to make shopping thrilling.
Good morning, Mr. Selfridge.
I want merchandise that people will desire. I want merchandise that people don't even know they will desire until they see it right in front of their eyes. We are going to dazzle the world.
Yes, Mrs. Selfridge. You've been creating quite a stir, haven't you?
We're giving them style, glamour, razzmatazz. We need to put on a show. We are making history here. They should be battering down the doors. They should be swarming all over us. Pack your bags, ladies and gentlemen. Go and bring the world to Selfridge's.
Mr. Selfridge, opening soon on ITV1.
Krabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer sponsors Christmas on ITV.
This is our Viva fairy that was used for the girls' video for Viva Forever. They all had one. This is our one. She lives in a glass case at home. And she's special, isn't she? She looks a bit cross, but she's special. And she's even got a little ring on her finger. She's lovely, isn't she?
This was our first night present to each other.
If you wanna be my love.
Oh my God, it was amazing. It took us on a journey. To become one was amazing. Yes.
I like Mama and Goodbye.
Yeah, that's right. I like Wannabe. I love Wannabe. Yeah. Girl power lives on. Woohoo! Yeah,
Look at me. Hey, look at me.
So many things have happened in all of our lives post the Spice Girls, but one thing remains. We are so incredibly proud of everything that we achieved and all of our songs. And now they have been made into a musical. Their story has been inspired by the songs. That it's just the best thing that could ever happen.
It's always very difficult balancing all types of things, but balancing friendship and careers is something that you have to work at. We did take most things very seriously, but not ourselves. You know, we like to be silly. We like to take the mickey out of each other. You know, that was part of the appeal, I think, of the Spice Girls, that we were young girls just having a ball.
The things we used to get up to, we had a lot of fun. Even me. Turns out, can be quite a laugh.
Slipping through our fingers like the sands of time.
When I think about Spice Girls, I think about in all our lives, we have to make choices. And I've made mistakes in my life, and I've made some great decisions. And being a Spice Girl reminds me to always try to go with your heart and follow it. Just before I met the Spice Girls, I was pursuing my own solo career, and then I met the others, and I thought, I like them. I just like being with them, and I want to, you know, share with them. And when I followed that, that's when good stuff happened.
Can I just say, oh my God, I'm gonna cry now. Can I just say, those 4 girls that are my best mates have just made my life so incredible. They've made me realize how important it is to have a good friend. They're so trustworthy, they've got my back, and they just mean everything to me. My life would not be the same, oh my God, I'm crying. My life would not be the same without those 4. But it wouldn't. They're incredible. Okay, now we have to stop.
Preparations are underway at the Battersea Dogs Home to ensure the animals have a special time over the festive period, with a little help from Paul O'Grady. For the Love of Dogs at Christmas is tomorrow at 6. We've Christmas carols on ITV after the news.
Krabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer sponsors Christmas on ITV.
A big thank you from all of us at ITV for supporting Tech Santa. Because of your help, this year's Tech Santa charities will be able to help change the lives of so many people in the UK. Thank you for helping, and thank you for making a difference. Merry Christmas.
Splash, the action-packed, spectacular brand new series for Saturday nights. Surfacing soon on ITV1.
When it comes to your mates, you accept them despite their faults. Take Daz here.
We've been round again. She wants me to go to Old Trafford.
Then there's Glyn.
Did your mother drop you on the head when you were a baby?
And as for Begsy...
Hi, Chucks.
Lucky they've got me to look after him. I'm Hodge, the alpha male of the group.
It's all right. New comedy drama, Great Night Out, coming soon to ITV1.
Everyone's happy with the KFC Deluxe Boneless Box. 8 succulent mini fillets, popcorn chicken, fries, sides and a drink.
I'm known for speaking my mind.
And I think spending up to £15 a month servicing inefficient old boilers is madness. From just £16 a month, you can get a new A-rated ideal boiler from Heating Logic. The latest technology makes it so reliable, you get a 10-year warranty, and it could save you up to £300 a year on your gas bills, so it pays for itself. You don't have to be Carol Vorderman to realise that adds up to a great deal. Call 0800 500 3020.
Seeing double? That's because SCS, the UK's biggest sofa carpet specialist, are having a double discount sale. With double discounts on sofas like this, now only $3.99. Double discounts on leather sofas, this one's down to $4.99. Double carpet discounts like this, half price plus an extra 25% off. There's up to 30% off big name brands like G-Plan and Lazy Boy. Double sale savings, plus 4 years interest-free credits on every sofa and carpet. Sale starts 9 a.m. Boxing Day at SCS.
Savings made fabulous with Debenhams' biggest ever half-price sale. Starts at 7 a.m. Boxing Day. Online now at debenhams.com.
Discover delicious Bailey's desserts, exclusive to Iceland, like the new Bailey's Profiterole Gatto. Pure luxury at just £5.
There's a sofa for everyone in the DFS winter sale, with prices cut twice on a wide range of sofas and sofa beds, like the Jester sofa bed, now just £599. And as always, there's 4 years interest-free credit. Doors open 9 a.m. Boxing Day. DFS.
Jimmy Choo, the fragrance.
We're joining cast members of Coronation Street to celebrate the Christmas story after the news at 10.
The great Christmas washout as forecasters warn of more flooding and more disruption.
This is the ITV News with Mark Austin.
Thousands are struggling to get home tonight with some rail services and roads still cut. It's one of the wettest festive seasons on record. Also on the programme, another gun tragedy in America. Now 2 firefighters are shot dead in New York. A bargain Christmas as the sales come early to the high street and online. And a new dimension to the Queen's speech, the first one in 3D. Good evening. Many areas of Britain are on Christmas flood alert tonight as more heavy rain threatens. This evening, travellers by both rail and road are still facing disruption as weathermen forecast one of the wettest festive seasons for more than a century. There are currently 176 flood warnings in place for England, Scotland and Wales, requiring people to take immediate action, and 268 flood alerts, where residents are warned to be prepared. Train services in southwest England are suffering major disruption tonight. Clare Fallon spent the day in some of the worst hit areas.
For many, trying to get to loved ones in time for Christmas, the journey's been anything but merry today. Tiverton was the end of the line for those travelling to Devon or Cornwall. Only a bus or your dad's taxi service would get you beyond here.
I'm coming from Wrexham in North Wales. I was supposed to be going to Barnstaple, go home for Christmas, and yeah, I've got as far as Tiverton, and my dad's going to have to come out and pick me up.
Total disaster then?
Yeah, total. Holes in the road everywhere.
So what do you put it down to?
Well, not having the trains and the rail lines being washed away and the roads being washed away.
Rail disruption on this line isn't expected to get better anytime soon. 2 inflatable dams were used to clear water from the track in Stoke Cannon near Exeter. But the damage had already been done. The metal buckled by the force of the water. Network Rail says it'll likely be Friday before trains can use this route again.
The rain may have eased